we're gonna be talking about on the DBZ movies today because I've been wanting to talk about it for a moment, like the movies from bad to worst, like some of your best DBZ movies that came out. Now everybody know I hate about the return the cooler. Now we won't get to that. We won't get that until we get to the grounds of the podcast. So, but before we start, what up, MU man?
Not much, man. I'm just seeing what's going on with this hurricane, man.
Oof, I know. I feel for y'all, man. That's fucked up. What just happened, man? God damn.
Well, the good thing is that it's looked like it's turning west, and I'm in Central Florida, so hopefully we don't get hit too bad.
Oof, oof. This world fucked up, man. This world fucked up for real.
Yeah, but I'll take hurricanes over blizzards and earthquakes, though.
Yeah, sure that is true. That is true. Man, I'm sorry about last week for like missing the podcast, like for missing for my podcast. I usually do it every Saturday, but I was at Dragon Con and I was like, fuck it, I can't do that at the same time because I did all 4 days. I was volunteering security, so I was like, oh fuck it. I'm like, I do it next Saturday. I was like, I'm like, cause I was busy all Labor Day weekend. Like downtown was like fucking packed. Like people dressed in cosplaying and all. Like, god damn it, man, working the parades and shit. Like, god damn. I was tired as hell. Like I was talking about, like I had to wake up. My shift started 7 in the morning. I'm waking up 5 o'clock in the morning, sluggish, tired as fuck. Like I'm passing out on the goddamn bus. I was like, I can't wait for this shit is over. God damn it, I loved it, but god damn it, man, it was worth it because it was free. But god damn, man, I was tired as hell. And I was like, I can't be doing this shit where it was like, god damn, I gotta do a podcast at the same time. I was like, man, fuck this shit. God damn, I felt tired. I said, just imagine, god damn, it was tiring. But yeah, guys, this is Dragon Ball Podcast episode. I forgot what count. I forgot episode.
I think this is the third one.
The third one, I think it. Yeah, I think it's the third one. I gotta make sure to check my video. This is what episode it was again. Yeah, but this is episode 4, guys. And today we're gonna be talking about the DBZ movies from first to last, and from the best. From best, worst to first, worst to first, or first to last, whatever order you want to go into. Sam, which one you want to go first? Do you want me to go first? Or do you want to go first?
I'll go first. Let's see. I'll say the first Broly movie was the best one for me. The John Nimba movie was the second one. The second Broly movie was the third best. And I don't really remember much about the Hildegard movie. I only saw that one once. And I'd say Resurrection F is 4.
Oh, okay. I'm currently looking at the list right now on Google because I got to jog my memories. Let me go. I gotta say, to me, and it's always because I love Broly so much. Everybody know how much I love Broly, so Broly's up to number 1. I think Broly. I liked it. Let me see which one. Cause I'm currently looking at the list currently. That I like Broly. Well, fuck cool. I despise that fucking movie, man. I don't know why I despise that goddamn movie, man. I think Broly. I like Broly. I like Resurrection F. Even though I think Frieza has kind of been overused, and they just going different villain. But that's a conversation for another day. But I think Broly. I say Broly, Resurrection F. I like the BoJack. I think that was a real good, decent movie. I think BoJack was an actually interesting villain. Let me see which one is. I'm currently looking at the list, guys. So I'm trying to remember saying. Do you remember seeing? Do you remember seeing Tree of Life? It came out in 1990.
It's been a while. But yeah, I think I saw it maybe once. Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Because we ain't counting the live action ones. Them things are god awful to watch, bro. I can't that shit.
No, we're not even talking about those. No.
Hell no, them motherfuckers piss me the fuck off with that shit, man. Like, god damn it, man. Like, some things just need to stay anime because that shit piss me the fuck off watching that shit. But
I didn't know there was a GT movie.
Yeah, I hate GT, so I don't remind of that shit. Besides Gogeta, that's about it though. That was the only thing cool that came out of GT was Gogeta. But Bardock, I forgot. Yeah, Bardock. That went on. He was Super Saiyan for the first time against Frieza and the fucking Sand Clan, whatever, and the Frieza army. I think Bardock is 4. And let me see what the 5th one. And I gotta say, You know what? The Trunks is all like when he went Super Saiyan when Gohan lost his arm in the future and shit. That
Oh,
was
I forgot about that one. Yeah.
I think definitely that was one that's my top five of Dragon Ball Z movies because I feel like Broly's my favorite. I love Beerus. Beerus had to grow on me though in Resurrection F. Like no a Battle of Gods. No, yeah, Battle of Gods is six. Cause I said five, but I just gonna put six. I'm gonna put Battle of Gods in there too because that's when we got introduced to Beerus. But let me see. Yeah, but I think, bro. I think the reason why Broly's number one for me, like when Broly show up for the first time in his life, I think to me that's because Broly's so much of a badass. Like Broly got shit done, man. Like he didn't fuck around. He didn't give you one line. It's like he just like, nah, bro. I want to fuck shit up. And like it took the alls. It took Vegeta. It took Goku. It took Gohan. It took fucking it took basically the whole crew like to fucking take him down. Like damn, dude will fucking shit up. He was whooping Piccolo ass. Like god damn, dude, fucking bro,
Right.
dial it back a little bit. Like but
Right.
like overall, I think definitely. I think to me, I think, and the reason why I put Resurrection F was Super Saiyan Blue. It kind of grew on me. It had to grow on me a little bit because I was like, yeah, I was that Super Saiyan God thing because it had to grow on me, and I was like, okay, Super Saiyan Blue. I'm like, okay, I can dig it. I can kind of get it grew on me, and I kind of say like, what my third movie. I think it was Bardock. I think was it? No, it was Res. I think it was Resurrection F. I think it was Battle of Gods. My third one. I think Battle of Gods, Beerus. That's when we get first. That's when we actually got Super Saiyan God form, which is actually interesting. How Goku actually had to be given it. He didn't have to. He couldn't train for it. He had to be given the power. Cause that was an interesting dynamic to see Goku actually be given something where actually he had to train for it. And I think Bardock 5. I love Bardock. And I have always said this. I know me and Mortified talked about it before. I wish they had Bardock. I wish they bring back Bardock on the fucking Super. I mean, look, they bring back Frieza. They brought back other villains. They just need to bring back Bardock, man. I just want Bardock and Broly, man. Like, god damn it, man. I would love Super if they did that shit. Trunks, the future Trunks when he was going Super Saiyan for the first time. And the reason why I like that, because I look at Dragon Ball Super, how they just passed Super Saiyan out and had Trunks have to go through fucking pain and tragedy just to get that shit. And like he would go it. I remember that scene. You remember that scene MU when he was on that mountain and shit, and Gohan teaching him how to go Super Saiyan, and his hair started to transform. It's the that shit just stopped there, and he had to fucking go there, and it was like, damn it, man, that shit was fucking phenomenal. Like Trunks always to me, I have always said Trunks and Bardock's one of my two favorite characters besides Goku and Gohan because Trunks is my favorite character. Future Trunks, Kid Trunks, I love Trunks in general. Trunks to me has always been one of those characters like he had to literally train earn that shit, earn Super Saiyan, bro. So like, especially when he showed up whooping Frieza ass and shit, he chopped Frieza in half. I was like, hell, fucking yeah, dude. That shit there, dude. That's why I always say this. Like Trunks to me, like I don't mind. Like here's the thing, I hate when they abuse the Super Saiyan shit. The whole giving out the giving out the Super Saiyan. They give that Super Saiyan form out because it seems like they pass it down. They ain't got time to pass that shit down. But it would have gave Super Saiyan Blue to Trunks. I'm like, you know what? I wouldn't even get mad at that shit because like Trunks is my dude, bro. Like so, like out of all the movies, out of all the DBC movies, which movies you hated the most? Because I'm pretty sure I got tons of them I hated, man.
Um. Oh, we got an echo on you.
On you. Oh, let me get my headphones in. Let me put my headphones in.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
Well, my favorite was the one my least favorite. I'm really thinking it was probably not the Bardock, the BoJack movie because it was just really there to show how awesome Gohan was, and that's fine. I mean, I didn't actually hate the movie; it's just my least favorite. But I wonder, like in Future Trunks universe, like why does everything like the worst of the worst happen in his universe? Like Black was pretty much it's the same storyline as like Android 17 and 18 where he couldn't beat them and he had to retreat and so on and so forth. What like and I know that this is going off track a little bit, but why wasn't there like a Black in Goku's universe? Why was it just in Future Trunks' universe? I don't remember.
Eh, that's the thing. That's the thing. That's the thing. That's the thing. That's the question. That's the question. That's the question I was asking myself when that happened. Like, how come he never really like? 'Cause that was my thing with that Future Trunks movie. Like, that's the thing that intrigued me the most. Like, that was the thing that that's the thing that intrigued me the most with Future Trunks. Like, why? Like, okay, out of all, like, even when you go back to Dragon Ball Super, how he was like everything was wiped out. How the Trunk saga in Dragon Ball Super, when he showed up, the the kill Goku Black, right? And it's like you see the shit and you like, oh shit, like holy fucking shit. It's like damn, like yeah, he's in the future. The future's fucked up, but you look at the present timeline, it's like everything is all fine and dandy. Goku, like, and that's the question I've been always asking myself is that he's from the future, so he should know how this stuff ends. But when he goes to the present timeline, everything's somewhat still the same and nothing not fucked up because I'm pretty sure you time traveling. So you've been in law some type, you've been in some type of time, you've been in some type of you abusing the physical time travel because like time travel is movies, right? They always say what you do in the past is for what you do in the past can either fucking affect the present. So I guess and that's the thing that I always ask. That's the thing about Future Trunks I find very interesting. Like, what happened? What will happen if he met his kid counterpart? Would he not exist? Will he be erased from the timeline? Like, what will actually fucking happen?
I think in the I think Dragon Ball Z took the multi-universe approach instead of like what happens in the past affects the future. It's like, well, Goku dies in the past, and therefore there is a separate universe where Goku dies, and if Goku isn't around, Vegeta isn't that strong, and Vegeta dies, and basically there's only Gohan and Trunks left. And so I think they took that approach, which is fine, but I don't know, like, why didn't Trunks? I don't know, like his mom is like a super scientist, right? And in the GT universe, she helps Vegeta become Super Saiyan level 4. So why couldn't she do kind of like the same for Future Trunks? And I know that's two separate universes, two separate shows. But I'm just thinking, like, after all that time, after Goku dies, and from to when Trunks is a teenager, why didn't he become stronger than Super Saiyan level 1?
Yeah,
that's what I'm asking. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Especially when you have Gohan, which is the son of Goku, and Goku is paranoid and constantly trains and stuff like that. In that universe, Gohan, he doesn't have Chi-Chi to hold him back. He doesn't have Videl or Pan to hold him back. So why isn't he stronger?
Yeah. Like, but that's what I'm saying, and that's one thing I liked about the Trunks movie is like, because like that's my only knock against Gohan. I have always said that he had Videl, and nothing against Pan. I have nothing against Pam and whatever, but like Chi-Chi and Fidel and him always wanted. I can kind of make sense because he was always a scholar and he always wanted to be that. But like that's the reason why I like the Future Trunks movie, because not just Trunks trying to become Super Saiyan, but like Gohan, yeah, even though he lost the arm. He should have like that. That's the Trunk Gohan I wanted to see. The Gohan that was actually training people. Like, I mean, you the son of Goku, man. I'm sorry, man. Like, I know you can't compare Gohan and Goku because they have different motivations. Like, Goku's always training. Gohan is that he could be stronger than his father, but he choose not. Well, he honestly choose not to, maybe because he was raised that way. Where it's like he's always been I won't say a blue pill simp. I won't say he's a simp, but he's been always raised to just be this fucking pussyfied, bitchified dude. Even when you go to like the Cell Saga, like the Cell Saga, we're doing the Cell games, and his fucking Cell minions whooping his ass. I'm like, dude, like your fucking friends are getting their ass whooped. Like, dude, like stop with this whole I don't want to fucking unleash my power to whoop this dude ass already.
He was still a kid then, so I'll give that a pass. But in the Future Trunks universe, was he a scholar? Like, I think I haven't seen the movie in almost 10 years, but I know that Goku dies of like a heart condition and Vegeta dies. So I'm trying to think like if we're going to do the whole like if he's not that strong because he had other things to do. Well, if I remember correctly, and I probably don't, there's no Videl, there's no Mr. Satan, there's no Pan, at least not in that universe where he meets them and he's a part of their family. So why is he? Because I don't think, like, I think in that movie he doesn't even reach Super Saiyan level. No, because Super Saiyan level 2 could destroy 17 and 18, so he doesn't even reach that. So why is he still on Super Saiyan level 1?
That's the question, though. Like that's a good question you just posed right there. I think that definitely, because I was asking the same question, like watching it, because like I'm actually watching it, and when I'm watching that movie, I'm like, all right, he doesn't have Adele, like you said before. He doesn't have Adele. He doesn't have Chi Chi. He doesn't have Pam. He doesn't have a kid in his timeline. Like he doesn't. Like, they don't. Like he should be Super Saiyan 2 or 3. Like he should easily just surpass them. Like he should pass them. Like what was he disappointed because that after his dad died or something, after Goku died or something, whatever? It could have been something like that. Something like probably whatever.
I mean, I don't consider Gohan to be a slacker, because in Goku's universe, he's not a slacker because he's a professor, and he's a professor, so he doesn't have time to train. So if we're saying that if he's at Super Saiyan level 1, even though that he doesn't have anyone to push him, then we're saying kind of in Future Trunks' universe, he's kind of a slacker, even though he's teaching Trunks, which doesn't make sense. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense why he's not Super Saiyan level 2 or level 3.
I mean, like it, but that's what I'm saying. Like I often look, and that's what I'm saying with Gohan, is Gohan could be. I mean, I know this is more of a DBZ movie, but still, like if you technically look at Gohan, like in the Future Trunks arc, where it's like in that whole movie, it's basically saying Trunks trying to become Super Saiyan. Like my thing is, dude, you should be like, I understand with your dad being dead and Vegeta being dead, it kind of makes sense, like, because you need stronger fighters to push you, right? So I kind of understand at that point, but I would think that since you are the son of Goku, you should be even more. You should be actually be more sensitive to become more stronger because your dad's no longer around. They depend on you to to protect the people, to protect the earth and protect the world, like to protect the city. Like that's the thing about that movie that kind of raises the questions. And to me, that's not even knock against Gohan. It's just that movie to me opens up. It leaves so many questions unanswered. Like the whole idea is like, okay, it's like I said before, I can understand with Trunks because Trunks will still learn how to become Super Saiyan to get Super Saiyan 1 form. Right. But when you look at Gohan, that whole movie is like, dude, you're already Super Saiyan. You should be Super Saiyan 2 right now. Like you should be Super Saiyan 2. You should be 3 or whatever. Like I know 4 is GT, but still, like you should be up there. You should be up there Goku strength. You may not have like power level wise or like the focus that Goku has. So Goku does slack a lot in his fight. When it gets serious, he gets serious. But with Gohan, it's like Gohan, like I said before, Gohan easily could have been with Gohan. Gohan in the future arc should be strong just as his dad. Yes, I understand his dad not being there plays a big part of it. But overall, like that should be even adding more motivation, like you said before. Like, is he a scholar in this whole thing? Was he a scholar before his dad was killed or something like that? Or maybe it's the same thing where he was a scholar and then Goku has a fucking heart attack, he just fucking dies, and then Vegeta dies, and then you got Trunks and Gohan, and then the androids show up. I'm like, okay, shit, and then go. But the one question I've always been asking about that movie is this kind of how did he lose his arm? Like, what did he?
I think Android 18 ripped it off.
Oof.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah. So I think that's the thing I'm asking myself, like, why is it how come that movie leaves so much questions? But like to me, like which one's your favorite DBZ movie? Like out of all, like if you had to pick out all of them that you just listed, like that was your favorites.
Besides the Broly,
we got the echo again. Let me go ahead.
Besides the Broly, the first Broly movie, I would say the John Nebel movie. It's just a cool villain. I don't really remember much about the movie except that he was like a monster of hell, I think.
What was the movie named Future Reborn with Vegeta? Not Vegeta.
Yeah.
Vegeta was born.
Yep.
Yes, I don't even be talking about future people. I was looking. I just saw that movie. The name on this. I'm here. Go ahead.
Okay. So yeah, it's just he had cool abilities. Like even though like he was big and fat and everything, he could like clone things on the spot, and he could teleport, and he could. I don't know. It was just a cool villain. Um, I think cussing at the barrier thing he created to make it crack was kind of corny, but I think he was a pretty cool villain.
Man, you know what, man? I gotta say my least favorite because I didn't get my least favorite my least favorite movies of DBZ. I say it's two of them I hated. Was that Clone Broly was the dumbest shit ever. I don't understand how the fuck can you clone Broly? He's only one fucking Super Saiyan. What the fuck was that shit? That shit was dumb as hell. That and then Cooler. I don't know why the first Cooler movie and then the Return of Cooler. I was like, yeah, man, keep this asshole dead, bro. Like, look, I don't spot like many Debo's. I can deal with Frieza, I can deal with Cell, I can deal with the androids, I can deal with certain people, but like Cooler dog, I don't know what the fuck was. I just hated that dude, bro. Like, I remember when I was a fucking kid. This like VHS one time. That's way back in the day. Like, this is before Blu-rays and shit. At the VH1, I bet my mom and dad so much to buy me that movie. I brought that fucking movie, fucking despise that shit, man. Even when I was a kid, I was like, damn, man. Like, but the only thing I said, the only cool aspect about that movie was Goku was Super Saiyan, but he had no control of it. Like, he didn't know how he didn't. Cause Goku was weak back in the day. Like, he was very weak. Like, he ain't like how he is now. Like, where he's there. I want to see OP because here's the thing. Even with like Superman, like I have no problem with characters being OP, man. Like, I know people complain about that shit. Like, man, they can't throw too OP. I'm like, well, what the fuck you want the character to be weak so he can get his ass beat? What the fuck, man?
I think I like villains being OP
Yeah, I
more
do. I
than the
do
good
too.
guys.
Yeah.
Who would be a good example? I don't know if I would consider Dark Phoenix a villain. But yeah, the reason why like Goku is an OP is because I think Mortify said it in the last podcast we had. Is like, well, if Goku and Vegeta are OP, then they would just one shot no scope everybody, and that would be the end of it. So we have to give like some sort of conflict, some sort of drama and stuff like that. But I think, but like I really think like the Black Saga would have been better as a movie, like as a 2 hour,
Oh yeah. Oh hell
2 hour,
yeah.
maybe even a 2.5 hour movie instead
Yeah.
of a series.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
would have been my favorite movie. So,
Yeah.
who would you like to see be in a movie, or what story arc would you have preferred to see in a movie?
Good question. I would like to see to me um Broly. I'll number man Broly and bring back like with her thing Goku with Super Saiyan God Goku. Cause like I'll come for episode it was when Kale was Super Saiyan, legendary Super Saiyan on Berserker Rage, and Goku had did the Kamehameha wave, and he did like the blue Super Saiyan blue form. Like, he's supposed to knock off the goddamn stage because his power level was strong as fuck when he's blue. And then she's walking through that shit. I was like, okay, this means it will be interesting. They brought back Broly for a movie, and they put Broly in the current DBZ timeline where Super Saiyan Blue exists, like Super Saiyan God exists, and it's like Goku now versus Super Saiyan Legendary Super Saiyan, like Legendary Super Saiyan Broly. And like I said, I agree with you to a point that yes, Broly won't be able to do shit against Goku Super Saiyan Blue. He wouldn't. But I think it will be intriguing to see that if it does, that he does give him a match. Because if Kale was able to walk through that shit and basically grab Goku through that, I'm like, all right, you know what? All right, I understand it from this. I understand it from that point. Hey, damn. Oh wow. Okay. Wow.
And I remember Mortify saying like, well, Super Saiyan Berserk doesn't really have like a ceiling on how powerful they can get. Well, if that's the case, then what's the point in having 2, 3, and blue and all the other stuff? Like, what's the point if Berserk is pretty much unlimited? Then why even have like the other transformations if that's the case?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. and that's what and that's where I come from. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, to me, I think will be an interesting film to me. I know people don't fucking they was like just keep it in the movie. I want to see Bardock come to the current timeline of DBZ because like Bardock, man, look, if you watch the internet Bardock movie, he ain't dead, bro. Like he out there somewhere, man. Like, and that's what I say. If they ever made that a movie where it's like Goku gets to meet his father, and his father's out there, he think Goku just like, okay, you know what, it's just me, and then he's the Super Saiyan guy thing, and then Bardock shows up like, oh shit. The father gets to meet the son gets to meet the father, and it's like, holy shit, Bardock, you know, he been alive all this time. Because you know, like Goku, I think Vegeta said that if you're a Super Saiyan, you never age. So Bardock still probably will still look the same how he was in the movie, and just like, you know, he may have been training out there or whatever, and like he may be like he still may be Super Saiyan one form or he may be Super Saiyan one Super Saiyan form, like. So like I think that will be interesting film to me. Let me see who else. What's the guy name? Omega Shenron and GT.
Yeah,
I think he will be interesting. I think he will be interesting villain. Take him out of the GT timeline and you put him doing like the current state of Dragon Ball Super or whatever. I think he will be interesting because he was OP as fuck. Like he was OP as hell. Like he was OP.
yeah. So if they were to bring a Broly back in another movie, how would you write that? Just off the top of your head.
How would I do it?
Yeah.
I think that if you go back, what was the first Broly movie where when he showed up? When he showed
So
up,
when
yeah,
yeah, when they went to the
yeah.
planet.
Was it no? Was it third? Was it two Broly movies or three Broly movies?
It
Because I
was
know
three of them.
it was three of them. 'Cause I know the first one was Goku was in it, and the second one
Yeah.
Goku was not in it, and then it was
Right.
Gohan, Kid Trunks, Kid Goten, and they had to go Super Saiyan and Goku from the dead, Goku from the heaven had to give them the power to defeat Broly.
That was the second one.
Yeah, and I based how this is how I would do it. This is technically how I would write it in the story. I would basically go off into it where it's like this. Get rid of erase that third one, cause that third one we don't want to talk about that shit. That third one was Baco, man. That shit will piss me the fuck off, man. Like that shit, like why the fuck you want to clone Broly? Broly's goddamn unstoppable, bro. What the fuck is going on with this shit? But it's like you get rid of the third one. Get rid of the third one out of continuity. That third one don't fucking exist. Basically Gohan. Let's say you take Goku. You got Goku. You got Vegeta, Gohan. You got Goten, Kid Trunks, whatever. These characters, they kind of like in the current state of line, Dragon Ball Super timeline. All right, you got Super Saiyan God still exists, and during that time when Goku was dead, they thought Gohan would use all his power, basically with Goku giving Gohan all the power. Basically, he thought that okay, you know what, Broly was dead, he was existed, but he didn't die. He's on another planet training somewhere, or whatever. And then he decides Broly comes back to life. But Broly was never dead, but he just he kind of like did what Cell did, where it's like do you remember during the Android Saga when during the Cell games and stuff when Gohan used the command wave and he killed Cell and Cell regenerated.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's kind of like basically Broly. He's not dead, but he was sent. They sent him to another planet, whatever. He went to another planet, and I guess he is more like. But this is how I write this is how I write Broly instead of having Broly be like saying Kakarot when he go Berserker Rage and stuff like that. Like I would actually have him be saying where he can actually talk. Now I won't have. I hope I wouldn't have him like doing the one-liners and have him doing like dialogue. Say I'm stronger than you, whatever, so and so. But when he goes Berserker Rage, that's when he says Kakarot, Kakarot. But like when he comes to Earth, he's like, oh, I remember how you guys defeated me last time, and he's come back one stronger. And then you got Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Goten, Kid Trunks, and then you got Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan God form, and Broly is much stronger than he was before, and make more of an interesting dynamic now because Goku's stronger. He's not the same weak person he was when he gets Broly the last time, and then now you got Super Saiyan gods now, and it makes it interesting, and and you have Broly be OP as hell, like have him be at full strength, like, and Goku finds a way to win. Goku finds a way to win, and basically it's like Broly's whooping the shit out of Goku, even in Super Saiyan Blue form, and then Goku just gets a new transformation, and something happens, and Goku just
starts to be, he gets new transformation, overpowers Broly, and that's how he defeats Broly. But that's how I would write it, because I think that would be interesting dynamic, like to actually have him like be a person instead of really just be this Kakarot all the damn time when he goes berserker, on the legendary Super Saiyan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, here's my Oh, we got the echo again.
Yeah, I got my headphones in, so I've been hearing the echo. You got the? Did you sound? Did you mute the chat?
No, I don't have the second window open. It's just
Okay.
Okay, it disappeared. Okay, here's my my pitch. If I was gonna have a pitch for Akira Toriyama, so mine is called Resurrection F, the Return of Black. So after the Power Tournament, or the Tournament of Power, and Universe 7 is left, Goku takes the Super Dragon Balls and he wishes that all of the other universes are resurrected, right? And this even includes Trunks's universe, or did that universe get deleted?
I think so. I think Free Trunks said it after he defeated Goku Black. Well,
where did Future Trunks go?
I don't know. They didn't say. I know I was watching Geekdom 101, and he was talking about Future Trunks after he defeated Goku. What was the name? What was the name again when Goku Black fused with the guy? I forgot the guy's name. Fuck, I forgot.
Zamatsu?
Yes, Matsu. When Goku Black fused with Matsu, like. Yeah, I think they say Future Trunks, which is somewhere. It ain't.
I think they deleted. I think Zeno deleted the universe, and Future Trunks went back to the past in that universe.
Yeah,
I believe so. But anyways, so yeah, that universe gets resurrected. Let's call him Zeno. Let's call him Zeno Blue of Future Trunks' universe. He goes back. Right, he says goodbye to Zeno Red, and he goes back to that universe, and this resurrects Black and Zamatsu, and so they have memories of what happened. They get better. They still have the time rings, and they show back up, and to, let's call it, the Red universe, Zeno Red's universe, and. I really haven't thought about it. I was just really thinking about it when you was talking. Goku and the Z team come back, faced with Black. Of course, Goku's new transformation isn't enough because Black, they've trained also. I haven't really thought about it after that. What is the usual pattern? They get their ass kicked, they train, and they train, and then they go and see him again, and then they win. So I would pretty much follow that path, because really, are we really going to kill off Goku or Vegeta in these movies? No. Yeah. We can't really introduce another transformation because Goku just transformed. Gohan.
You mean new episode of Dragon Ball Super? He just transformed.
Well, I don't know if you saw like the leak. There was like images of Goku's new transformation.
I saw it with the spiked up hair. He had the spiked
up hair. With like the silver eyes. Yeah. So he just had a transformation. So we can't give him another one right after the Tournament of Power.
That motherfucker be too damn powerful, bro. He be too damn powerful after that point. God damn, that would be powerful as hell.
Maybe I would make it to where Goku and Vegeta branches off. Maybe Vegeta has maybe he's actually the hero of this movie and he has a different transformation. But then again, we have to be consistent throughout the entire. Well, not really, because the movies don't follow the TV series anyways. They didn't know when Kale transformed into Berserk. It was like, what is Vegeta was like, what is that? It was like, what are you talking about? What is that? You know what that is. So yeah, we could actually cheat here and then give Vegeta a new transformation. But then again, I don't want to go down the whole GT road and make it too far off. but yeah, that's how I'll do it, and it's kind of like a rough sketch. But pretty much the general theme of bad guy shows up, they're more powerful, heroes get their ass kicked. I don't know. There's some sort of they train. There's conflict, a little bit of filler with the wives and the kids and stuff like that. But in the end, they go back and beat Black into the in Blue Universe Blue, and then they beat Black and Zamatu. And this time they stay dead. Off the top of my head. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's interesting. That's an interesting dynamic though. Like I like the way you put that perspective though. Like, and I like Goku Black though, because I think Goku Black though, like even when Goku was Super Saiyan Blue, he was whooping Goku ass, bro. They was whooping their ass. Even when they went Vegito, like Vegito, they was getting their ass whooping Super Saiyan Blue. I'm like, damn, dude, what the fuck? Because like I remember if you go back to like the Abu saga when they fused and shit, they were fucking Boo couldn't even touch his ass. I'm like, damn, but Goku Black was whooping their ass, bro. Like he was like, fuck this shit, I'm whooping y'all asses, bro. Like, and that's the thing that like for me, like that's the thing, and that's the thing about me is the fact that like I feel like Dragon Ball Super got a chance, because the last episode I have not been feeling the last few episodes of Dragon Ball Super. I'm like, get to the fight already, man. Like I understand you gotta fucking build up to this shit, but god damn it, dude. But like I feel like DBZ movies, even though some movies were bad, even some was good, I think some of the movies was actually good. Like I love Bardock, and I love the history of Future Trunks. I definitely love Beerus. I definitely love Resurrection F. Broly's my favorite. That's my favorite movie of all time, bro. Like Broly, that dude. Broly's that nigga, bro. Like Broly, that dude, dog. Like Broly, my dude, right? I want Broly and Few Super, bro. I do. I know people say that there'll be too damn much going on, but I'm like, with the way they give Super Saiyan forms out nowadays, who gives a flying fuck, right?
Well, if you're gonna put him in Super, you have to like Vegeta and Goku don't know what Super Saiyan Berserk is. So if they don't know what Super Saiyan Berserk is, it only follows the reason that they don't know who Broly is. And if you put Broly in there, it's almost as if he's a new person, unfortunately. So I think that if you are gonna, if they are gonna be a super movie with Broly, like that's the only thing you can do in that like a series, unfortunately. There was like the rumors that like the angels, what they call them angels, like what the guy's name, Weiss, and they're really evil and they're plotting against Xeno and stuff like that. All of this because I think it was the very first universe, like their angel was smiling. It was like, well, what is that about? Your universe just got deleted. Why are you smiling? And maybe there's some sort of nefarious plot or whatever. I don't know. I think that would be an interesting. Well, no, because that would have to branch into the TV series, so that wouldn't make sense as a movie. But like, if we was to make like a new movie, how would we do it? And keep in mind, like, this can't be a part of if we're going to follow along like with the trend with the movies and the TV series.
Yeah,
it's a part of the same universe. It's kind of like a parallel universe. It follows the same threads, but it's not exactly the same universe, even though it's the same characters, same power levels, same storylines, but not the same universe. Kind of like a carbon copy universe. How would what storyline or would you make a movie out
of? You say it can't be attached to the main universe, right?
It's like a close. It's like a carbon copy universe. So like for example, Broly, Goku, and Vegeta, right? They are still the same people. They still have the same power levels, but they're not the actual people. If that makes any sense, it's like it's a parallel universe, but nothing has changed. So just like everybody, the audience that looks at Dragon Ball Super, they know about Broly. They know that the Goku and Vegeta knows about Broly, but they don't know about Broly.
Yeah.
So it's like a close neighbor, kind of like a parallel universe.
I would say to me in general, an alternate timeline where it's like you got Kid Trunks. We take Kid Trunks, right? He's all grown up. He's like future Trunks. Like he has the look of future Trunks. But just the fact that he didn't go back in time, he has a sword, he has a jacket, he basically can do whatever. And I feel like to me, like I take what would be a good villain, like a good villain like this basically for like Super Saiyan 1 Trunks to become up. Um I don't like Cooler. But to me, I think it would be. Let me see whatever, because like people, very few people know about Cooler, right? Very few people know about Cooler,
Is
right?
Kid Trunks Super Saiyan 1 or can he go to 2?
I think he can go two. I think 1. I think actually. I think
Because
1.
when him and Goten fuse, they can go to 3.
Yeah. But I don't think they can go like two by themselves as a kid though. I know they can do 3 when they fuse, but I don't know if they can do it as I don't know if they can do it far as by themselves.
That's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen them go to though.
Yeah, but I think to me, I think have a timeline where basically kid the kid Trunks technically is like future Trunks. He has the look and everything with the sword, but technically he's kind of like a what you can say this. He's kind of like a Goku and Vegeta, somewhat retired. They don't kind of fell off. They still look the same. I mean, it would be interesting to see it. Like they don't. Yeah, it would be interesting, like have Goku and Vegeta be in the alternate timeline where they still the strongest, but they haven't trained in years. They don't, they just the world is safe, and then you give them you give Trunks a villain. Who would be a good villain for Trunks though? Like for Super Saiyan 1 Trunks, like you can't use the androids because they are addicted already. You can't use Cell; they are addicted already because. Do like an alternate timeline of a story of
now we talking about Kid Trunks, or we talking about a movie for Future Trunks?
a movie for Future Trunks, like where
Okay.
like Kid Trunks is growing up, but he's not Future Trunks. You can't really call him Future Trunks because he didn't travel back in time.
Okay, so
yeah, go ahead.
All right, so are we taking it? Are we taking it from when he's a young teenager, or when like after he just gets done defeating Black and Zamatsu?
After defeating Black.
Okay.
But don't make it, but just make it an alternate timeline thing where it's not part of the main continuity though. Like it.
Okay, so in this universe, Goku and Vegeta are still dead though.
Yeah.
Unless you want to say that after the Black Saga, that when they sent him back to the past, that they sent him before Goku died.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking at the list right now. I'm currently looking at the list of like the DBZ, all the DBZ villains throughout the manga and all the original anime, and they got some. I mean, I think that to me, what would be a good villain?
I think it would have to be a new villain in that universe, though.
Yeah, have to be a new one. Let me see. Shin. They got Shenron. They have. Let me see. Shadow Dragons, Super Buu.
Would Babidi exist? Like, what happened to Babidi in that universe? We don't know what happened to Babidi, and so there's no Boo. But we have no reason to think that Babidi got killed, or any of that. So maybe Boo. But then again, we've already seen that, and would the audience really want to go through the Boo saga all over again in the form of a movie? Probably not. So I think it would have to be a new villain, but what would that villain do? I don't know. That's an interesting question. I would like to see that movie. Like what happens to Trunks after the Black Saga? I would love to see that movie.
I think that would be interesting. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like Trunks is one of those characters. Like you could do so much with him because he's still so mysterious. You can still learn about him. Like, all right, what was he like in the minute? Because like I mean, if you watched like the history of Trunks, if you watched that movie, it gave you a brief glimpse of his life was about. Like how I mean, basically is like so like when Goku, like say for instance, like you go back, like, you go after the Black Saga when after Trunks killed after Trunks kills him, right? So like you deal with him, like, and he goes to this time period, everything is all fine and dandy, and the threat shows. I'm looking at some of the list of villains right now, and it's like some of the villains. I think some of these villains are not really, some of the best villains. Like I'm looking at them currently, and it's like I don't know. They have Garlic. Let me see. I'm tired of androids. I like Android 18, 17, and 18. So I don't mind them, but
Androids are destroyed in that universe, so Cell and androids, they're all done.
I think to me it will be interesting because I know we saw him in the original Dragon Ball Z manga when it was on TV. Bring back Raditz. I think it will be interesting to do Raditz, but how would you do that though? But it can't be. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like you gotta do villains that like you just that make minor and make small minor appearances. Like you got to give.
Well, we have to eliminate. We have to eliminate all villains that Goku killed up to the point of when he meets. I think it was androids. Was it 19 and 20? So all villains up to that point are eliminated. Maybe you could squeeze a Broly in there. Yeah. Well, not really because
Broly's already used though. Broly been used 3 times already. So technically,
this is a different universe though.
Yeah, true.
And so in the second Broly movie, Goku is dead, but that's after the second Broly movie takes place after the Cell games.
Yeah.
So you could do that. Broly makes an appearance, but then again, it would be confusing for people, even though people will watch because it's Broly and it's Future Trunks and it's a different universe.
Yep.
Can Future Trunks beat a Broly? No. Because
he'll get killed by one punch, man. Like I love Trunks, but come on, Trunks is kind of weak though. Like I mean, like you can do it with level 1 Saga, like level 1, like a free broken Frieza. Like, but at one point, like Broly is too damn powerful, man. Like if it took Gohan, Kid Goten, Kid Trunks, Goku, Vegeta to fucking barely beat that dude in the first 2 movies. Well, it took them in the first movie, and then Gohan, Kid Goten, and Kid Trunks to beat him, and then Goku from the dead to beat Broly in the second movie. Come on, man. Broly too damn powerful, bro. I love Broly, but he OP as hell, dude. Like
but even if they were all Super Saiyan level 1s in that movie. But and Future Trunks, I believe, is a Super Saiyan level 2. If so, it'll come down to Super Saiyan level 2 versus a Super Saiyan Berserk kind of a character, and we see what a Berserk character can do with a Kamehameha coming from a Super Saiyan Blue. So probably not. There's no Chi-Chi to give him some sort of formula to make him Super Saiyan level 3 or 4 or Blue himself. So that storyline is eliminated. There is no mastermind genius to help him out. Can he wish to make himself stronger? I think that's lame. Even if he can manage that, I don't think that would work. Even though I would be interested to see a Broly versus Future Trunks kind of a matchup 1-on-1.
Turtles, like Turtles. What's Turtles part of Frieza Army? Turtles. Remember Turtles? It was Turtles. I can't say his name right. I can't say his name. I have a hard time saying his name. Damn, it was his name. What was it called?
What saga was he in?
Let me check. I'm checking it now. He was Team 4-Star on Dragon Ball. Let me check.
Oh, I haven't seen Dragon Ball in my god, I don't know how long.
Oh snap! Oh snap! Turles, I think it was Turles. He was part of the After Krillin Wish for a Christmas Tree using Dragon Ball Z. He was part of fuck, I'm checking him right now. I think he was part of Frieza Army. I think, like you can, I think what good stuff. Now I think about it, you could take one of like Frieza. You could take one of Frieza's top minions, right? You could take one of Frieza's soldiers, right? And you make them one of the main villains. Like, don't make Frieza the main villain, but you make one of her minions show up during a future time, like during that time period, where basically they go to this time period where they find out about Trunks, where Trunks staying at, and they decide to invade the city, and Goku. So Vegeta doesn't exist in this time period, and it just feeds Trunks, and you just take like the minions. Like do you remember Resurrection F when Frieza showed up with her minions, with her soldiers?
Why did Oh, okay. So the minions brought her back, or
Yeah,
brought him back. Okay.
yeah, and have the minions be have one of the minions be one of the main villains because they
Can
won't be
they
they will be strong.
can they
But
beat Super Saiyan level 2 though? Like that's the question because that's where Trunks is at. Like they have to
yeah,
compete at level 2.
yeah, I think and you kind of do one of those villains where they kind of like Trunks is beating his ass in the beginning. Trunks is beating him up, and then he kind of does his power up, or he just I don't know how I would write it, but it will be interesting to do that to take use one of her minions as one of the main villains because that's the thing about Dragon Ball. I always find interesting. Like you got Frieza before, like even during the Namek saga, like when she was on Namek and she had the Ginyu Force Captain Ginyu. I was like you can use one of the minions, like you can use one of the minions to become one, like, but you gotta like I agree with you right there, like you gotta make it where they kind of be strong, they can give Super Saiyan 2 Trunks of a match because if
Right.
they can just die for one punch, because even though I mean, because you look at Dragon Ball Super Saiyan 1, like if you notice, I've been watching a lot of Dragon Ball Super lately, it's like have you ever noticed like Goku don't even use Super Saiyan 1 form no more? Like he uses it, but he just to show it off.
Yeah.
He don't even use it no more. Like he usually uses he don't even use 3 like that. He uses blue most of the time. Like he goes blue what 90% of the time. So
Yep.
like blue. He was Super Saiyan God like on one of the episodes and put on the Power Tournament. So like I think like that's what I'm saying. Like to me, is like you really gotta give him a good villain. You got really gotta like Super Saiyan 2 compared is in Super is weak. So you gotta give Goku, you gotta give Future Trunks a good villain, like a minion, like or something like that. I don't know. It gotta.
Here's the thing, like if you are going to say like one of Frieza's minions is going to be the main villain, one, and if they can compete against a Super Saiyan level 2 Trunks, the question becomes why didn't that minion overthrow Frieza himself? Because a Super Saiyan level 1
Yeah.
way back in the Namek saga could beat Frieza, so why couldn't he? Maybe he trains. I don't know. I don't know how you would write the villain's backstory to where they could become that powerful, and just didn't become that powerful under Frieza. That's I think that's the first challenge. If you want to go that route, I really do think you have to make a new villain from scratch if you're going to compete against a Super Saiyan level 2 future Trunks.
It gotta be like it's like I fucking despise this movie. Like take Cooler for example, right? Cooler is weak compared to Frieza though. Like he's weak. I mean he was strong, huh?
I thought he was stronger.
No, he's weak. He's
Okay.
like if you really watch that movie, Cooler, yeah, he was giving Goku a hard time because Goku did not have the Super Saiyan form down pat. But take Super Saiyan Blue Goku compared to Cooler now. Like if you gave Cooler now, Cooler just died for one blast. Like he wouldn't even last long really. Cause like what are you gonna do against Super Saiyan Blue Goku? Nothing really. Like he wouldn't even fuck. He probably wouldn't even get one touch on Goku. Cause like whatever. So like I think when you talk about like to me in general, like you really will have to do a new villain. Like you gotta go give him a good backstory. You gotta be like, okay, if he was part of Frieza army, why he didn't overthrow Frieza if he's just powerful then? And he say, whatever. But I think that's what I'm trying to say. Like you really gotta give him a good villain to me, and that's what I'm trying to say. You can have like I would love to see a Future Trunks movie after the Goku Black arc and have him fight a minion from Frieza armor, but give him a brand new villain that you never seen before, you never seen in other media, people don't know about, and you go from there.
Right. I mean, I would watch the movie regardless of what the villain is because it's Future Trunks in his alternate universe just off GP. So I would watch the movie. But yeah, I think because again, we have to eliminate. I mean, the Ginyu Force is still around, so that's a possible route. I just don't think it'll work. But yeah, I would definitely go see that movie. We can't make them overpowered because Trunks.
Yeah.
If he's not training himself, he doesn't get stronger. He really doesn't have anyone else. Trunks doesn't know about the alternate universes. He knows about Xeno, and that's about it. So we can't say that somebody else comes from an alternate universe and comes to help him out. That's eliminated. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it would have to be a brand new villain. This is where I would plug in. This is why I said the Black movie. This is why I said Black, and that movie would be perfect. Make it a movie. Make it a 2.5 to 2.5 hour movie. That would be perfect.
But the only thing about not you bring it up though, you can bring Goku Black and put him in that timeline though, with Trunks.
But this is after the Black Saga though. Like, how would you bring him back?
Yeah. But definitely, I think it's something you can do though. It's something you can do with that though. Like, I think that it really has to be. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's so many things you can do. It's so many things you can do with that timeline right there, like with that event right there, and making it a 2-hour thing, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it's just bad. It's tough because his universe is just so damn. It's void of other heroes besides. He really is by himself. Like, there's really nobody, at least no one I could think of. There's Yajirobe, but what can he do? I mean, he's just a fat, short guy. Yeah, I really.
But like, out of all the movies, if they ever decide to do if they ever decide to do a follow up to it, which movie you want to see get remade? If they ever decide to do a follow up to it after the events, like.
Well, all the villains I think are dead, if I remember correctly. So I would like to see another Broly movie, but that's not going to work because after 3, that pretty much. Well, after 2, that sealed it up, and then the DNA fiasco that was. People are still on tilt about that. John Number's destroyed. BoJack is destroyed. Resurrection F. Well, Frieza's helping them out at the Tournament of Power. So that doesn't make any sense, and Frieza's already been a villain enough times. Beerus, maybe, but Beerus is more like an anti-hero now instead of.
I think Beerus is more like it's. I thought about doing that where you could make Beerus the villain, but like you gotta have somebody really be strong as fuck to take on Beerus, man. Because Beerus, like if you watch Resurrect Battle with Gods, he knocked Goku out Super Saiyan 3 for him. I'm like, goddamn, about fucking touching him one time. I was like, if you can let the Goku, just imagine what you gonna do to an inexperienced fighter. Like, I mean,
it doesn't make sense for Beerus to be a villain now since he's been helping Goku and Vegeta out to get stronger, so he could go against them at some point in the future. But he's more of an anti-hero. Like, if the Earth gets destroyed, okay, it gets destroyed. Oh well, so what? But he's not, out to kill planets. At least he's on break from that or whatever. So making him a villain in another movie, unless he's possessed, or if you want to go down that storyline of he's being possessed or whatever, somebody's, I don't know. I mean, that doesn't. That's kind of iffy. Even though I would like to see a Vegeta and Goku versus Beerus. Maybe 100 episodes from now, once we get this Tournament of Power cleared up and whatever the next arc coming from that cleared up, maybe we can revisit that. But as far as a movie, immediately after the Tournament of Power, what movie would I want to see or make after that? I don't know. I mean, like I said, like the Evil Angel plot, that has to be the series because again, movies and series are not in the same universe. Who would I want to bring back? I don't know.
I was thinking about this. I was thinking about this today. I was thinking about this watching Dragon Ball. Even that shit pissed me the fuck off. They gave fucking Kale the Berserker Rage bullshit. She kept crying and then she put spikes in the back and that bitch just goes Berserker Rage. Was the dumbest shit I ever seen. It pissed me the fuck off with that dumb shit. But like I would like, which is Khalifa, Kaba, and Kale. Is that part of Universe 6?
Yep.
Yeah, like do an alternate movie on that universe, like how, because they say that Super Saiyan forms are different, like how they change Super Saiyan forms is completely different in the first Universe 7. So it's like I want to see how they do it from that point, because that would be interesting. Have a villain show up on their universes and they have to It had no have a time. I think this will be after the Tournament of Power, where Goku and Vegeta is teaching Kale and teaching Khalifa how to fight in Kaba, teaching these guys to become better fighters, become stronger fighters, become stronger, and then a villain shows up. But you like the same thing with Future Trunks after Goku Black Saga. You're gonna have to create a brand new villain. You can't use it because it's an alternate timeline or making it part of the alternate time. I don't know how you would do it, but I think. Go ahead.
Well, if this is, let's say, if Universe 7 is the last universe to stand, and if if Goku wishes back all the universes, right? We're going with that theme, and then we do a movie on Universe 6, which again I would watch, and the story is, let's say, Cabo, Khalifa, and Kale. They become a team. Let's say Khalifa gives up her gangster being a head of a gang, because let's not forget she is, and she has her own motivations for being stronger. We're gonna ignore that. But let's say that we give them a villain. We could literally make up anything, any kind of villain, because this is a new universe. These are new heroes. We could do whatever. We could insert a Broly from that universe. They did it with Frieza. They made a clone of Frieza in Universe 6. Why can't we do the same thing with the Broly?
They clone Frieza?
Well, they didn't clone. Let me take that back. It's a poor choice of words. So I think it's in Universe 6 or 7. No, not 7. Universe 6, where there's a creature that's exactly like Frieza.
Oh, is it?
You remember that part? They was scheming before the tournament started.
Is Frost a clone of Frieza? Because I know he looked like Frieza, but is Frost?
Yeah, is that the character's name? Frost?
Yeah,
poison.
Frost.
Okay,
yeah, Frost. I know Frost. Yeah, I think his name Frost. That's I think clone of Frieza. I think I'm not sure.
Well, it's not an actual clone, but it's kind of like the same creature, different universe.
Same power set, and everything.
Right. Yeah. So if they did it with Frieza, why can't we do it with Broly? Why can't we make another Saiyan that goes Super Saiyan Berserk and have Cabo, Khalifa, and Kale go against him or her or them?
They would get the ass for, especially Kale, because she always bitching and crying and shit. You know, she get her ass whipped a lot of times. You know, time she get shit done is when Khalifa punk ass always in trouble and shit like that. Hate that shit, man. Like, god damn it, man. What the fuck? Like, if y'all could bend the law of time travel, you can become Super Saiyan. The only time she went berserker rage when Goku was fucking fighting Khalifa. I'm like, this is some bullshit. You know, this is some bullshit, man.
Oh no, she did it the first time when she thought Cabo was hitting on her, or they thought, I don't know, who knows? Maybe she thought they were flirting or whatever, and then that's what she went berserk for the first time. But yeah, we could literally do anything in Universe 6.
But you know what? I think it's kind of funny to me. I'm talking about that shit too, man. With Khalifa, she kind of grew on me. I kind of hated her at first because she was this fucking bitch that got on my goddamn nerve. Like Goku fucking like not this bitch off the stage already. What the fuck, man? Like goddamn, you giving her more reasons to fucking. The more stronger you make her, the more harder it is for knock off the goddamn ring and shit. But the thing with me, man, it's like I always say before, like Universe 6. So they say Universe like Super Saiyan. So how Saiyans train Super Saiyan form is completely different than the Saiyans in Universe 7. But like you said before, you can just go balls to the walls over the top with that one because really nobody really not familiar with Universe 6 is like, okay, well, fuck it. Just I'm gonna do you can do whatever you want.
Right.
You know?
Right. We don't have the restraints of 200 to 300 episodes of Dragon Ball Z anymore. We can even make Hit is he's more of an anti-hero also. So we can't really make Hit a villain. I mean, we could do anything in that universe. We could even bring back Black and insert him in that universe somehow. I would see that movie definitely. No matter who the villain is, I would watch it. But I would like to see like a movie where like they go back and Khalifa and Kale, Khalifa being the head of a gang and Kale being the number 2. And then they do their thing, you know, and then she plays the villain. And maybe you could make this a movie where the villains win or the villains take over a planet or the universe or whatever. I would see that movie also.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta really change it up though, because the whole thing is they win by luck of a string. Because I feel like, to me in general, it would make sense to me, like the whole thing with me, because I'm still bothered by that whole giving fucking Khalifa Super Saiyan 2 for him without, and just in the moment, 15 minutes to the episode, like y'all some bullshit. That was some bullshit. It was some bullshit. And I was trolling people with that picture with her going Super Saiyan 2 just to fuck with people, but that shit pissed me off. I'm like, what the fuck? But the thing, it would make a lot more sense, like if say for instance, after the Power Tournament, all right, basically Goku wins the tournament and he wishes all the universes back. Everything is at peace, and then something happens on Universe 6, and then Khalifa and then Kale get killed, or Kaba gets killed, and Khalifa, she has to go Super Saiyan 2. It would make more sense. I would write it that way rather than, oh yeah, let's just give it to her because we ain't got 10 to 15 episodes to fucking give her added motivation to become a damn Super Saiyan and shit.
You would kill Cabo?
I don't like Cabo, man. Fuck that dude, man. I don't like that dude, man. Fuck him, man. He need to die, man.
They're kids, though.
Man, fuck Cabo, dude. Fuck Cabo, fuck Kale, dude.
Why you don't like Cabo?
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. He seems like he just fucking a punk to me, man. Like, you just like, dude, it's like you too far. Like, damn, dude, it's like with Vegeta, it's like when you take like Kid Vegeta, like with Kid Vegeta, it makes sense, right? He was Prince Vegeta in the original manga, but like Prince Vegeta, it makes sense, right? He wants to be the Prince of all Saiyans, whatever. But it makes sense. But with Kaba, I was like, fuck that dude, man. Fuck Kaba and Kale. Khalifa, I'm cool with. But fucking those two just useful as fuck. I'm like, God damn it, dude. It's like, what the fuck? Kale, she spent 90% of the time crying and shit. I'm like, motherfucking Khalifa be much stronger than if she didn't have this lazy ass bitch on her back and shit.
But if we're, in my opinion, if we're gonna make a storyline in Universe 6, like we have to have all three of them alive at least for a while. Like we can't kill off Cabo like in the beginning. Because then who's really gonna be the hero of that universe? Because Cabo's really the only official good guy.
Man, fuck Cabo, man. Khalifa all the way. Fuck that shit, man. I mean, my thing is, man, look, man, it's just like the whole idea is like, it's like, I put Kaba and Kale in the same category as Krillin and Yacha, man. Useful as fuck, man. God damn it, man. Like, Krillin Dragon Ball Super is actually useful. But the original manga, Krillin useful as fuck, man. Always doing dumb shit, always getting people killed and shit. Come on, man. It's like you basically, Kale, keep Kaba around, but kill Kale, man. Kale is like the Yancha of like Universe 6, man. Just useful as fuck. And the only time she really get shit done is when she get angry with somebody fucking flirt with Khalifa and shit. I'm like, bitch, if you can do all this crazy shit, why the fuck are you sitting there? Why does it take somebody to flirt with Khalifa for you to go Super Saiyan Berserker Rage? Like, if you just stand strong, not motherfuckers up the damn ring and shit. What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with your problem here, man?
They did give her a little bit of a character development when she was able to control Berserk, and then I think she transformed back down to Super Saiyan level 1, if I'm not mistaken.
That's still a bullshit. It's a bullshit cop out though, man.
It is a cop out.
It's a bullshit cop out though, because it's like if you walk and she went Berserker Rage for the first time on that damn stage and shit, on the power tournament, on fighting tournament stage, and she said that she had no control of that shit. She was about to fucking fuck that whole ring up, and then next episode, the next couple episodes beyond that, now she control it. Y'all writers fucking up. That was some bullshit. That's some bullshit, dude. Look, I understand. I can justify bullshit when it's explainable, but come on, man. These bitches walking past a blue Kamehameha wave, bruh. I'm sorry, man. Like you can't explain that shit. You gotta man. You gotta fucking explain that shit to me, because Super Saiyan Blue, that's God key, bruh. Like that, and not Kaioken times 10. That's God key. That motherfucker supposed to knock her off the damn stage. You mean to tell me right now that this bitch can walk past the shit? And you know how you saw how she grabbed Goku, right? She grabbed him by the commitment. I'm like, you know what, dog? There's some bullshit. That's some bullshit right there, man.
Yeah, I
You
do
can't
think
explain that shit, that dude. That's some bull.
the only thing I can think of is that the reason why they're rushing it is because they don't want it to
Drag out.
drag out. Yeah, they don't want a saga to last 100 episodes, and I get that. I
It
completely
makes
get
sense.
that.
It makes sense, but I mean, it makes sense. I understand you ain't got 10 to 20 episodes to do fucking dialogue to filler and shit. You gotta get action. But then you gotta explain, and you gotta, like, for me, like, if you're gonna do some bullshit, explain it to me why you pull that bullshit, man. Don't fuck around with the shit and be like, oh, now she can control it. But she can control it. She couldn't control it when she went Berserker Rage the first time. What the fuck?
I think it would have been better if she started out as level 1, and if
Yeah.
Khalifa got, if Khalifa got hurt in Tournament of Power, she loses it and then go Berserker.
Yeah, and it would make more sense from that standpoint. And like I
Right.
said before, I had no problem with her going Berserker Rage. Just have a good solid reason, not because this bitch mad because fucking she's talking to Goku and shit. What the fuck?
Yeah.
It's like that's the problem, and that's necessarily always my problem with that whole thing. It's like this motherfucker walking through a blue Kamehameha wave, bro. That's God key. That's like that. I can see Super Saiyan 1 Goku. I can see Super Saiyan 2. Better yet, 3. But like this is blue, bro. Like that motherfucker. That's God key right there. Like you just don't walk away. You don't like that's some shit you really gotta explain. All right, if she can walk past this, you mean tell me right now she can control it? She could control it before. I understand, laws of physics and universes is different. Works is different between verse 6 and 7. But you gotta explain that shit to me in a good way, and don't justify and be like, "Oh, now she got control of it." But I agree with you at that point. It does make sense that it gives her a character development, but still, like, it was a bullshit cop out though, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh shit, it's actually raining. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Yeah. But it's like, yeah, man, guys. But it's like, I don't understand, man. Like, I feel like some of the DBZ movies, man, they've been like a hit or miss. A lot of oh, you still there? Still in you?
Oh, the rain has started. All right.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But it's like overall, like overall, MU. How you feel about DBZ movies overall? Good to bad, bad to worse, whatever.
I mean, there's no movies that I hate. My least favorite would of course be the third BoJack movie. But excuse me, not BoJack, Broly movie. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I am biased, so I mean, whatever Akira Toriyama comes out with, I'm gonna watch. Even if I hate it, I'm just not gonna say it's awful. But I don't know. I like them. I guess you could say it's brand loyalty. I can admit that.
Yeah. I mean, the thing about me is the fact that, look, I hated third Broly movie. I definitely hated Cooler. The first two Cooler movies. Fuck them movies. The movies don't belong on that list. Fuck that movie. Fuck Cooler too, man. Who gonna say that Broly movie? Fucking hated that movie. I don't know why they made that piece of shit. That shit pissed me the fuck off. But like, let me see what else. But overall, I feel like the DBZ movie's been hit or miss. Like Tree of Life. I don't hate that movie. It was okay. BoJack, even though I love Gohan, I think it's good that my nigga Gohan, actually got some fucking love for the first time in that whole movie. This to show how strong he was. But the rest of them, I don't know. I still think the Broly was the best one. The second one was Battle of Resurrection F. Third one was Battle of Gods. The fourth one was The History of Trunks, and then the fifth one was Bardock. To me, that was my top 5 to me because, I would even put the second Broly movie in there, in the with Gohan defeated them in the second movie. I think that's 6 to me. I think those 6 to me is the top 5. The rest of them, like, they're average at least. They like to me, like you said before, like, if you like, it's about brand loyalty to me. So I always gonna love DBZ. It's just like some of the original episodes on the original manga. Like some of them episodes you got too goddamn long, man. Like it was a hit and miss with a lot of them. But overall, like I feel like, the movies did with their job. I'm so glad some of the movies didn't become canon, because the movies became canon. That would have been one fucked up timeline.
Yeah. I actually like some of the movies more than the writing in some of the series. Yeah. So did the episode? No, it comes out tonight. Today's Saturday, right? Today is Saturday.
Every time, you know what? You know something funny, MU? Every time, like, I forget it comes on 8 o'clock every night on Saturdays. I be forgetting that shit, and I watch it the day after. I watch it the day after, because I don't like watching it. Like, I don't like watching it on the premiere night, because that shit be crashing like a motherfucker, man. Like, some websites, like some YouTubers, they be streaming that shit, and they be fucking the chat be lagging and shit like that. I was like, nah, man, I'll wait till this shit come. I'll wait till this shit, you know, I watch it the day after, you know.
Right. Yeah, I'm the same way, because sometimes they don't have the subtitles. You got to watch commercials and all the other shit, and I ain't trying to do that.
Yeah. But guys, this been episode 4 DBZ. MU, any closing thoughts before we end the podcast?
Looking forward to the new episodes and Goku's transformation. I don't know how strong he's gonna be, but I know he's not. Huh?
You're gonna be OP as fuck.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, we know he's not gonna one shot, no scope Jiren. That's not gonna happen. I know that. I think that actually, going off of blind prediction, I think Gohan is actually going to be the hero of the day in this saga, in this arc, rather. In my opinion, not Goku. I think they're going to take a different direction. It's just a blind prediction. I don't know why. Hell, if you could make three Saiyans from a different universe, Super Saiyans in one day, and if you can make one of those, and if you can make two of those, if you can make one of those Saiyans Super Saiyan Berserk, and make another one of those Saiyans Super Saiyan 2 within 30 minutes, anything's possible. So, yeah, I do think Gohan will be the hero of the day somehow, some way. Vegeta, he'll be an onlooker again for some reason. Other than that,
he never gonna get any love, man. That's fucked up, man. God damn it, man.
Yeah.
He didn't get shit. Even the fucking going back to close this podcast out. Resurrection F, that shit pissed me. That shit was funny as hell when fucking when Frieza blew the planet up and Wild reverse time and shit. And Goku put the command wave away and blasted Frieza and shit. He got mad and shit. He's like, that was my kill. That shit was funny as hell. I was like, God damn it, man. That shit.
Yo, he should have just told Goku, hey, I just wanted my monologue. Is that really too much to ask for? I just wanted 30 seconds of monologue, and I can't even have that.
I would say this shit too, man. I love Vegeta, but sometimes, man, what he did in Resurrection F was dumb as fuck, dude. Like, Frieza already got a backup plan. She said it to one of the soldiers. She was like, look, if I get my ass whooped, we're gonna blow the planet up. Vegeta monologuing, talking about I'm stronger than you, whatever. And he was like, well, fuck it, I got a backup plan. So technically, if you look at the Earth being blown up, it ain't Goku's fault. It was Vegeta's fault, because his dumb ass monologuing. Like, dude, like, you got the power already. Wipe it the fuck out, dude. You doing the same dumb shit I was doing in the original manga. Like, what the fuck? You stop stalling, nigga, and blow the motherfucker up already. God
right.
damn.
Right. But yeah, I am looking forward to the episode tonight. And yeah,
guys, what I can say this. I'm really excited for episode tonight. I won't say this, fuck Cooler and fuck Kale. But overall, I'm really excited for this episode. I'm really excited for an episode Dragon Ball. What episode is it? 107 or 106?
I don't remember. It's one of them.
Yeah, but I'm really excited for this episode, Dragon Ball Super, guys. I'm gonna see you guys. It's gonna be the same time next Saturday around 12. That's it. Let me